He's he's such a dangerous. I don't know how he is a candidate. He is so dangerous, and he tells something, and then you go back and you see what he said, and it seems like the truth both times. He's so terrific at lying. I've never seen anybody so good. This election will change America and have consequences for the world for 40 years. And the people who will suffer the most.
Picture this. Cher goes live on TV and publicly roasts Trump with a savage takedown. But the real drama unfolds afterward, when Melania allegedly has an epic meltdown about Trump's personal habits. What could possibly get Melania this furious? The rumor mill is buzzing, and the truth will have you gasping. Before we move on, I would like you to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Cher has never been shy about speaking her mind, especially when it comes to Donald Trump. But this time, she pulled no punches on live television, leaving both the audience and Trump himself reeling. Appearing as a guest on a talk show, Cher has proven again that she's not just a pop icon. She's a lightning rod for unapologetic criticism of political figures she disagrees with. Her history of calling out Trump isn't new. For years, she's been tweeting and speaking her mind about everything from his policies to his personality. But this time, her zinger didn't just fly. It took off like a heat-seeking missile aimed directly at Trump's ego.
You know, especially millennials, they're not really drawn to Hillary. They don't trust her. They feel that her sins are really enormous. And it's not saying, she's a politician, but she will do her best. And if you look at her from the beginning of her life till now, she's worked hard for people. She screwed up, and that's for sure. But I've known her for a long time, and I think that she will do her best.
Here's the thing about Cher. She doesn't do subtle. This TV appearance was no different. While chatting with the host, the conversation shifted from her career to politics, and eventually to the man himself, Donald J. Trump. It was clear from the first mention of his name that Cher was about to deliver yet another unforgettable line. Then she said it. In her sharp, unmistakable tone, she joked, "Trump? Oh, please, he always looks like he's one Diet Coke away from a meltdown." The room erupted into laughter, the kind that builds and ripples because people can't get over how unexpected it was. The audience wasn't the only one reacting, though. Within minutes, social media became a digital record of the moment. Memes started pouring in, as people imagined Trump clutching his can of Diet Coke while furiously tweeting. One post said, "Cher said what we've all been thinking." Another account compared Trump's complexion to a can of soda under immense pressure.
Someone who would bring down the country because he doesn't win does not deserve anything, deserves nothing. He deserves nothing. I have to tell you something. If someone said that my daughter was a hot piece of ass, I would put my fist through his face. He does not deserve any kind of respect, loyalty. I don't think he has two moral fibers to rub together.
The moment even got so big that news outlets picked it up, framing the story with headlines like "Cher scorches Trump on live TV" and "Pop icon crushes Trump in seconds." Now, this isn't the first time Cher has gone viral for taking shots at Trump. Over the years, she's been outspoken about his administration, often using her platform to address issues like immigration or climate policy, sometimes throwing in some biting humor. In fact, Cher has been known to say she feels a personal responsibility to speak out when she sees politicians abusing their positions. Researchers even note that celebrities like Cher often have significant cultural influence when mixing entertainment with activism, amplifying messages that resonate with their fans. While some might dismiss her as another Hollywood liberal, her massive following proves that many people are paying attention. That's the sort of reach even Trump can't ignore. But back to this specific moment, it gets better.
Breaking news, South Korea has bombed North Korea, and President Trump comes up to the to the podium and says what? He wants to be the king, but he doesn't want to do the work. And I mean, I can't imagine, it's like, what could he possibly say? He doesn't know anything about anything. I'll call my friend Vladimir and he'll tell me what to do.
Reports suggest it wasn't just random viewers who caught wind of Cher's one-liner. It's said Trump himself heard about it and didn't take kindly to being mocked on such a public stage. Keep in mind, the former president has always been thin-skinned when it comes to celebrity criticism. Who can forget that time he ranted for days about Snoop Dogg's music video or launched into a Twitter tirade against Meryl Streep? Cher's comment might have struck a nerve not just because it was funny, but because it pointed out, in front of millions, how tightly wound Trump can seem. What's even more fascinating is how deeply it reportedly rippled within Trump's personal life. According to sources from tabloid leaks, Melania Trump allegedly had her own fiery response after hearing about the broadcast. And here's where things go from hilarious to downright absurd. If the rumors are true, Cher's harmless soda joke might have triggered a whole new level of drama at home for the Trumps. Before we get to Melania, though, let's not overlook the power of this moment. Cher's ability to make such a simple jab and turn it into a trending topic speaks volumes about her presence as an entertainer and activist. Even while making people laugh, she reminds us why public figures need to be held accountable, even if it means turning them into the butt of the joke. And frankly, nothing deflates an ego faster than laughter. Still, whatever embarrassment Trump might have felt, it's nothing compared to what apparently went on behind the scenes after Cher's comment made headlines. Melania's alleged reaction is where things take a ridiculous, almost sitcom-worthy turn. It wasn't just that Trump's ego was poked. Something about this whole situation reportedly sent his wife into orbit. Believe it or not, some insiders claim it wasn't even the public mockery that set her off. Instead, what really got under Melania's skin were rumors surrounding Trump's own habits and hygiene, which might have resurfaced because of all the extra attention from the TV clip. So, while the world laughed at Cher's zing, the real fireworks might have been sparking at Mar-a-Lago. It's almost poetic in a way. Trump goes red-faced on live TV, and then his household allegedly erupts in chaos. Like his Diet Coke, it seems the pressure just keeps building. But let's put all that on pause for a moment because what Melania reportedly said next took the absurdity to an entirely new level. Trust me, you won't believe where this goes. Cher's burn? Devastating. But if anyone thought the fallout ended there, just wait. According to rumors swirling around the Trump camp, what happened behind the scenes made Cher's joke seem like a gentle nudge. Apparently, Melania wasn't just annoyed, she was livid. And of all things, reports say the topic of Trump's hygiene sparked her outburst. Yes, hygiene. It's the kind of detail that makes you stop scrolling and do a double take. What could possibly push Melania to reportedly lash out about something so personal? To rewind for a second, Cher's now famous remark about Trump being a Diet Coke-fueled ticking time bomb hit the airwaves and ignited social media almost instantly. Clips traveled from TikTok to Twitter, memes rolled out like clockwork, and even late-night comedy hosts joined in to pile on. For Trump, a man who thrives on control and adoration, this public smackdown couldn't have felt good. But inside his inner circle, it may have also stirred tensions closer to home. Rumor has it that after the broadcast blew up, Melania added salt to the wound by allegedly dragging Trump for something that cut even deeper: his personal habits. Now let's imagine this scene for a moment. Reports suggest that Melania, who's often portrayed as cool and detached in public, didn't hold back in private. According to a source quoted in several tabloids, she allegedly blurted out something along the lines of, "He fucking smells?" Yes, you heard that right. Imagine the former First Lady not even sugarcoating it. Apparently, Cher's quip about Trump's tightly wound persona set off a chain reaction in the household, and Melania, who already seemed tired of always playing the supportive role, decided to let her frustrations fly. And this isn't the first time Melania has been rumored to throw shade at her husband behind closed doors. There have always been whispers hinting at tension in their marriage. Remember when she awkwardly swatted his hand away in public? Or the icy looks that could freeze over Florida even in July? It's not hard to believe she might be blunt about more private grievances. There's even speculation that Trump's alleged habits, like his obsession with fast food or the dozens of Diet Cokes he reportedly drinks daily, aren't exactly things she enjoys being around. In interviews, former aides and staff have described their marriage as, let's say, more practical than romantic. So if reports say she occasionally lets her irritation show, it tracks. Melania has always been an enigma, hasn't she? She's often silent, but somehow still manages to stir intrigue. Some body language experts have even mentioned that in moments when she's next to Trump at events, her facial expressions don't exactly scream happiness, and her sense of humor? Sarcastic, low-key brutal, and apparently, reserved for moments when she's had enough. If you combine that with Trump's love for being the center of attention, you can almost picture how things might erupt when the cameras aren't rolling. What makes this rumor about Melania's alleged comment even funnier is how perfectly it fits the public perception of Trump. Love him or hate him, Trump's over-the-top image has always been one of his calling cards. From his spray-tanned complexion to his meticulously styled hair that refuses to budge no matter the wind, he's built his brand on the idea that appearance and power go hand in hand. So, to have a comment like, "He fucking smells," floating around, it's both brutally humanizing and an undeniable ego bruiser. And it's almost poetic, given how much Trump cares about projecting an image of strength and superiority. While some might dismiss this as just another celebrity rumor, it's worth noting how much these small, personal jabs can matter when your entire public persona is built on being larger than life. Insiders have often said Trump is incredibly sensitive to criticism, particularly when it feels personal. And Melania's alleged meltdown, sparked by Cher's TV roast, seems to hit all the right notes for maximum embarrassment. But there's also an absurdity to all of this that can't be ignored. We're talking about the former president of the United States, one of the most polarizing figures in recent history, reduced to being the punchline of jokes about fast food habits and questionable hygiene. It's a reminder that, no matter how public or powerful someone is, private moments and personal imperfections have a funny way of coming out into the light. So why does this matter? Well, for one, it pulls back the curtain on the Trump household, even if just for a moment. It gives us a glimpse of a dynamic that's rarely acknowledged, but endlessly fascinating. The tension between Trump's relentless efforts to control his image and the private life that's so often shielded from view. And whether Melania's alleged comment about Trump's hygiene is true or not, the very rumor adds to the ever-growing narrative of how chaotic and frankly bizarre things can get when the cameras aren't rolling. And yet, there's always more to the Trump show. If this comment is part of a larger pattern, what other alleged dynamics are playing out behind the scenes? Well, stick around, because this isn't the last we've heard from inside the most unpredictable household in America. Cher's savage takedown wasn't just another celebrity jab. It magnified the absurdity of Trump's carefully manufactured public image. Her bluntness, calling him the most unattractive man she'd ever seen, cut through the noise and underscored the comedic side of holding power accountable. Meanwhile, rumors of Melania's reaction, allegedly fuming about his hygiene, showed how the cracks in Trump's image might also extend to his home life. It raises the question, when public figures are this ridiculed, how do they really react behind the scenes? One thing is sure, though. Cher's sharp wit ensures she always steals the spotlight, no contest.